Hello guys, I know it's late, but I decided to make one more video to show some useful wallbangs on Nuke. Unfortunately, Nuke isn't anymore like 1.6, where pretty much everything was wallbangable. You could bang from here into A, like even if you tried in a certain angle, you could probably bang outside. But unfortunately, Nuke isn't like that anymore. However, there are still some really nice wallbangs. Just turn down the in-game volume a bit since I'm tired of shit. Okay, so what I'm gonna show is how to wallbang this spot over here, this vent, and this vent. There are a couple times that, like, if you do it, it might not be as accurate as it would otherwise be, but in general, it's pretty easy to line up. The first one I'll show, it's like really common that nowadays the T's, they rush through secret and they come like in the back office, and one keeps here and the rest like goes to plant. And then you're there on ramp and you want to like go and peek, but you know you're gonna be slaughtered by like 4 or 5 C terrorists even. So if you know they're planting, usually they plant in like this area. So something really easy you can do, you should just come up here, the middle line of the silo door, and you're just gonna like go against it, and you start spamming like this. And as you can see, it really bangs everything in this area. So if somebody plants on this side, which is like the most common, well, I guess it's the most common if they plant here, it's gonna hit them. Like maybe if you go a bit to the right of this, just like that, come up to it, and you take one small step to the right, and you do it like this, it'll probably hit more around the side where it's popular. Yeah, like this. This is the perfect way to bang that spot. Just came up with that. Okay, continuing. A really nice way to bang both this corner and this one, like you have the one up on the balcony and the one below the balcony. It's two really popular spots on this side. Like usually you have this guy watching both the vents, then the guy playing on the side sometimes. Easy way to bang it is, if I recall correctly, you line up the wall, you crouch, you line up the wall, and you line it up with this. And then like that, approximately at this height, while still being crouched, you start wall banging like this. And you see, it's gonna hit, well, a couple I hit too high, but it's gonna hit here and here. I'll show it again. I'll try to do it a bit proper now without spamming. Like you see, this is perfect headshot height, and this guy's completely fucked. Show it one more time. Just line it up. Like this, you see, this was perfect. Like if they sitting there, both of them will be tagged, or like one of them in either spot. An easy way to shoot down the vents. Oh yeah, of course, the same can be applied here, because everything in this room is like almost perfectly mirrored except for the silo there. So you go sit against it, you line this up, and then at this height you start wall banging. And you see, it's a perfect wall bang, although this spot is way less common, like the one down here is the most common, and then these two corners are equally commonly used, I guess. Then for the next trick, I will show you how to bang the vents. It's really easy as well. I gotta make sure I remember it right though. Like, you watch down, and when you stop coming from the ramp, you crouch, and then you line yourself up with this, and you just shoot like that. And you see, if a guy was sitting in the vent, he will be completely destroyed. Same is true for this side. Just when you see you come off the ramp, you lose height, and then like this. And again, the guy in the vent is totally fucked. Although it's less common that people push out like that. Like if you know, for example, if a guy on A calls, he's going quick ramp, like, you know, some people do it, like they go through the squeaky door if they see that nobody is covering main on CT side, they go through squeaky and they quick drop in vent, like on the eco to get a plant in. Like if you have a guy playing up here on ramp, which you usually do, he can instantly go here and instantly like prepare himself for the wall bang. And like that, you can most likely kill him or heavy tag him, because this guy is always close up. and he should be here in time. I think I haven't actually tested it out to get that guy over there. This is also like a nice way if you know that somebody's trying to peek, like some people do it, like from around here. It's a bit random, but if you get lucky, like crouch and you just spray like this, and you see everything's gonna hit around there, and you can get a lucky header in like that. The same is true for the left fend, of course, but it's less useful for the left fend since, like I said, the one time you can properly do it is when somebody rushes squeaky, or if your caller calls it in time. But most likely, like, you'll be playing actively around ramp, so you won't have the time to do that. Then I believe it's possible to bang the window as well, but the angle is a bit hard. I think it's like if you line yourself up in this corner, and then you crouch and you do something like this. I fucked it up a bit. I think it's this corner probably. Yeah, like this. You go stand in this corner, and then you just bang like under the sign. And you see like people that are peeking from here, they will be heavily tagged. I think this is most of the banging for the silo here on B, which is also the most useful one since, like I said at the start, people usually love to rush secret nowadays. And if they're true, your guys from ramp can really easily get a pick-off like this. Especially if you have two riflers up here and they just both spam out these spots. Then I want to show something else. What little people know is that this entire floor is completely wallbangable. If you know that there's a guy up here, like you see, you can just wallbang him straight through. I've seen nobody actually ever use this in streams or in fucking matchmaking, and it's really efficient because you see so many people die because they're like, well, if I go silent up the ladder and then sprint out, maybe he won't catch me, but 9 out of 10 times you die if you try that. That's just a short one. Then obviously a lot of people know this is a lot more popular, like banging through the T-roof to get nests. Like this, it's really popular, but you gotta be careful because a lot of people return fire like this as well. Then another one, like people often sit in these two corners as well. So what you can do is you boost somebody or you do the trick to jump on white silo yourself, and you just bang from here. And they'll be tagged if they sit in that corner or in this corner. It's really useful, like especially if you're preparing to take A, like you have a guy prepping here, and then you can have the other guy boosting one up here, and by the time he gets here the rest rotates to inside, and like that you bang this guy out, you smoke everything off, and you get a perfect A take. I think I've almost shown every wallbang now. Of course, like mini garage is also completely bangable. You can bang through this like into the lobby. It's a bit harder to pull off. You can bang like in this. You can bang people planting for main as well. Unfortunately, by the way, I should point out this silo door, unlike the one in lower, isn't bangable for some reason. Although it looks identically the same, it's impossible to wallbang through it, which is really sad. It was possible in 1.6, and then you had like some clutch headshots, like even people bang through here. But unfortunately that's not possible anymore. But I will show you one more place to bang into ramp from the nest actually. You go up here, and you see these brown lines. You take the third line, you just face it, and you go like down in an angle of 45 degrees, and you start spamming like this. And then you see if people push up here and they want to take, they just do like a regular ramp take. Like for example in my previous vid I showed how to I'll show it once more. Okay, I fucked it up, it's way too late. Like you smoke the headshot box off, and then they pop flash like over here. I won't do it now. And then if these guys are caught in the blue, if they call it out in time, then you, who's sitting on the nest, like you can be like alert and rotate up here if you think it's going to be ramp. You go to the third one and you start banging it out like this, and it can help them a lot, especially like if they're just pushing out and they're like Like if you're this guy and you're peeking out carefully, if you see this one, and the guy from ramp is banging you, it's gonna be insta headshot, as you can see. Anyhow, those are approximately all the wall bangs I know on Nuke. It's not the same as in vanilla CS, but it's still quite nice. If you can get the hang of them, they can be really useful. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and see you in my next video.